Look at this. There are 4,152 subscribers in my trading group, and we're killing it. I got a few shout outs to give on my trading group. This person stated, signed up for VIP Elite, took your suggestion. I doubled my money in less than a week. This person, I'm up $58,000 in 10 days. Chris, thanks a lot for everything. I'm 3 or 4 months in the group. I've turned $4,000 into 65 grand. 65 G's out of 4,000. It's more than 10x. He more than 10x'd his money in the group. This person, I'm up $10,000 in the last week. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group. I've got 6 chat groups where everybody's calling out breakouts, posting charts, working together to trade this market. I've got 41 videos in a playlist. If you don't know anything about trading at all, nothing, you can watch these videos. You'll be making profitable trades. Number one reason why people join my trading group is I post profitable trading setups every single day, and we've been killing it. If you guys want to join the cryptocurrency trading group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. You pay for 6 months in crypto, you get a 20% discount. You pay for the year in crypto, you get an additional month for free and a 30% discount. If you do want to pay with a card month to month on a monthly basis, you can do so. There's a Patreon link that's in the description. This is Tezos, up 72%. You can see here's the setup posted. Here's 52% out of link. Again, bought the breakout down here. Here's the setup. Here's Ethereum, 57% gains out of Ethereum. Here's the setup. Bitcoin Cash broke out 60% gains over time. Thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto daily. Before we jump into this video, I want to ask you guys, smash a like button for me. If you came into cryptocurrency to make life-changing money, I'm going to help you. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to keep you updated daily on the news that moves the markets, Bitcoin technical analysis, altcoin setups. I've got a good one today. Jumping right into the market today in crypto. This is a Bitcoin weekly chart. So Bitcoin closed the weekly higher than the previous all-time high on every single exchange except for Coinbase. And it was close on Coinbase. 19,378 was previous, and 19,375 was this recent close that we had a few hours ago. So again, pretty bullish for Bitcoin. I want to zoom in. This is a 4-hour time frame. We're talking about this possible descending triangle. I'll show you a smaller time frame, which shows maybe it's a bullish pennant. I mean, this is still a bullish pennant, but this is more of a bearish triangle. This low is barely higher than this previous low. Okay, so it's close. The bottom line is this: if Bitcoin breaks to the downside here, it needs to hold this trend line. This trend line needs to hold for the bulls, right? And then you have to remain bullish until this breaks to the downside, if it happens, right? You know, so some type of, there's a huge wall of sell orders above the price action right now, which we're going to look at in just a second. So again, expect some volatility, expect a move out of Bitcoin over the next 24 to 36 hours. Asia's waking up right now. You got United States waking up in about 12 hours. The market normally moves, and this going forward through the entirety of the bull run. Bitcoin's moves happen, Sunday night, Monday morning, Eastern time. Okay, a lot of times, high probability of some kind of move happening. Now there is plenty of room left in this triangle the way it's drawn here, and I'm going to show you another idea. This is a zoomed in version, 15-minute chart, very zoomed in, and you see, possibly you notice like these lows, each low is higher than the previous low. You can see the highs, however, you've got lower highs. So I mean, essentially this is price compression, possibly a pennant more than a descending triangle. Bitcoin did break out of this pattern, again, lower term time frames. So in order for this to be any type of bullish move, you need continuation to the upside. You want to see Bitcoin kind of retest this level. But again, there's a ton of sellers right here, a ton of them. Look at this, 2,600 Bitcoin sell wall. Bitcoin keeps just getting rejected. How long can the bulls just keep pushing this price higher? I mean, the more times it comes up here and fills these sell orders, the better. So however, some type of move down in this area is possible. But doesn't mean necessarily bearish on Bitcoin. It's kind of hard to bet against Bitcoin right now. Got some amazing shout outs to give in my trading group. This person stated, before I joined your group, I managed to lose 25% of my investment portfolio. Now I'm up 100% from there after I joined the group. This person made 73% gains on the VET setup. This person made 250% gains on Zilliqa. This person 445% gains on Zilliqa. This person stated, I've been in the group, I already paid off my credit cards, and I boosted my credit score by 84 points this year. Life-changing money. That's what it's about. If you want to join the trading group, go to my website, cryptorev.net, for all the information. Orion's mainnet phase 1 is coming December the 15th, about 9 days from now. Okay. If this is not on your whiteboard, if it's not written down, if you don't remember this, if you don't have this written down, get a whiteboard. Get a whiteboard. Write this stuff down. The news that we cover moves the markets. It's important. It doesn't always play out the next day. There is no way I could be a very profitable trader without a whiteboard. I have two that stay full. You know, so you want to, there's so many dates, so many ideas to watch, so much news to cover. Like, you're watching a ton of YouTube videos. Do yourself a favor, get organized. The more you treat this like a business, the better and more successful and more profitable you'll be. So here's the ORN setup. Again, this is on Kucoin and Binance. These are some of the targets. You know, essentially you wanted to buy the breakout at this level. It did break out. I posted this on Twitter earlier. It did break out, but there's still upside left here. So the idea is the mainnet launch is coming in 9 days. Okay, so that's a news catalyst. You got a nice cup and handle right here. The key is getting a good entry. What's Bitcoin going to do tomorrow? If you do get a retest, that's obviously a good entry. If you don't know how to buy a retest, probably skip this. But I wanted to point out ORN for you real quick because, again, I posted this on Twitter. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, cryptobtc_Chris. From time to time, I'll post setups on there, important news. Here's some more news that Orion Protocol tweeted. They said, once you start learning about Orion, you will see that our pre-staking is only a temporary gift to what is coming with mainnet staking and the fully functional token utility of ORN. It says 13 revenue streams. And I said, let me go to the website. 13 revenue streams, one token, one protocol, 13 revenue streams. Orion Terminal, you get a percentage of the trading fees. Passive benefits staked on ORN tokens through ORN decentralized brokerage. They have Orion Dex Kit, Orion Lending, where you're getting fees to passive interest earned by the brokers. Orion Liquidity Boost plugin. There's a licensing fee, percentage of trading fee through the exchange. Orion Enterprise from this trade widget. Orion Oracle, where decentralized applications pay a fee for Oracle usage. Orion Margin Trading, you get a percentage of the interest on leveraged assets. So, clearly, DeFi and news catalyst and very solid setup. So I wanted to share this with you. Let's look at ORN right now. So what it's doing is, and you can see it broke out. See this volume spike right here? Got to have volume confirmation. Now it's flagging right here. You know, so I mean, you can find entry. If you get a retest, that's your best entry. Might not happen, but if you get a retest, you're buying the bounce. But again, if you get upside continuation, I mean, you could see 30, 40% gains out of this continuation move to the upside. At some point, it's going to come up here and then sell off more than likely. 98% of the time, you get these sell-offs. And just depending on what kind of, Bitcoin does as far as this move to the upside. Okay, so you got all eyes on Bitcoin all the time. In a second, you have the best setup in the world, and Bitcoin sneezes, and these altcoins take a hit. But just a quick side note, I started talking to you guys about ORN right here, this mainnet launch. I had it on my whiteboard for an extended period of time. ORN is up from $1.80, $2 to almost $4. I mean, it's up close to 90% since I started talking to you guys about it. So always, like, if when I talk about this mainnet launch, just going forward, this is going to be something that throughout the entirety of the bull run, you'll want to make notes on these ideas, right? Because I mean, you had 90% gains just as soon as I started talking about it, right? These mainnets, I mean, it makes sense. something for people to talk about. So, they get a lot more coverage. They have a lot more news coming, and these coins are hot, and you see these extensive moves to the upside. Bitcoin percentage of circulating supply held on exchanges has been decreasing. It's down 16% from the beginning of the year, which alludes to the fact that people don't keep their Bitcoin on the exchanges if Bitcoin is cycling higher or is in an uptrend, or people are bullish on Bitcoin because they don't need to sell it. They're hodling it off the exchanges. Interesting to see this. Coinbase holds 4.9% of the Bitcoin in exchange wallets. Binance 1.6%, Huobi 1.1%, and OKX 1.1%. That's a ton of Bitcoin. 2.4 million Bitcoin are held in exchange wallets, not decentralized. But good sign for things to come. Definitely a lot of Bitcoin upside, whether we pull back and everybody's able to find entry in Bitcoin at a lower price than it's at right now, which would be the key. Do not sell out of fear as far as Bitcoin goes. Somebody asked me earlier, they're like, well, Chris, what do you think about Bitcoin? Should I buy now? And I said, listen, you should buy the scariest pullback that you've ever seen if it happens again. If you get a 20% or 30% pullback at any time in this market, that's your buy signal. Hard to say, hey, you know what, buy right here. If it breaks out above 20,000, I mean, there's some upside. Might see a run up to about 22,000. Polkastarter came out. We're proud to announce a leading crypto fund in Asia has baited undisclosed investment in tokens at current prices. So this is DFG's focus. They've expanded their portfolio's focus on Polkadot and DeFi with Polkastarter. A lot of hype around Polkastarter. This someone posted in Tradingview, and it says Bitcoin's ultimate anti-lockdown investment. Mainstream media is talking about Bitcoin. This is good for us. Like, this is going to bring new money into the market. I mean, I don't feel like everybody's even FOMO'd in yet. You start breaking all-time highs, you start to get in that $25,000 range, $30,000 range. People are FOMOing in crazy. I mean, I feel like people have FOMO'd in, but not nearly like the last run-up to 20,000. This is hard. I had somebody yesterday, I gave you guys this idea, and I talked about hard kind of in this area. And somebody in the comments, they said, well, I wish you would have gave us all this information a week ago. And I'm thinking, okay, let me just take a measured move right here. I think since I talked to you guys about this yesterday, it's up 20%. I mean, what was Bitcoin doing over this 24 hours? Yeah, a whole lot of nothing. So the key is, like, there's continuation to the upside on a lot of these DeFi smaller cap altcoins. I mean, all you have to do to find entry, I mean, essentially you're looking for some type of pattern. This is a bull flag broke to the upside falling wedge, and you can go through here and you can just buy these breakouts. You can find tons of little patterns in here. Sometimes on the lower term time frames, you zoom in. Look, there's bull flags all over for entry. I mean, we are up almost 80% on hard. 80%. We didn't even nail the bottom. But hey, listen, you're not going to nail the bottom. You're not going to nail the top. Who cares? Lock in your profits, take your money, and roll it into another trade. Compound your money. Compound your gains. That's where the game completely changes. Just keep compounding your gains. What happens is you get these amazing run-ups out of these coins, and then they pull back. 50% is common retrace. And then any type of consolidation, like your money is not making you money when it's just trending sideways. Like, that's how you have to see this market. When stale money is not making you money, right? You got to constantly be in setups that are making you money. It's that simple. Ripple CEO says the company is threatening to leave the United States over regulatory uncertainty. Ripple leaving the U.S. This is huge. I read this and I was like, what? 6 weeks after announcing he's looking at potentially relocating Ripple's headquarters because of the lack of regulatory clarity around XRP, CEO Brad Garlinghouse is now taking a wait-and-see approach following the election of Joe Biden as U.S. president. And he says the firm hasn't made a full decision on this matter. So, I mean, it's still up in the air the way this article states it. These security laws and regulations that we're dealing with in the United States are hindering a lot of the growth. They've already talked about allowing people that aren't millionaires the ability to take a test. The SEC's already talked about, hey, you guys could take a test. We're working on something like this. Just that you're knowledgeable on these ideas and investing and whatnot, and you'll be able to buy securities. Securities aren't bad. You just have to be licensed as a security, and in the United States, you have to be a accredited investor to open or invest in securities, right? So it's just more hoops to jump through. And that's the thing about the United States is there's so many hoops. You just got to get used to it, right? Until this gray cloud of lack of regulatory clarity disappears. This is always something that we have to think about and we have to pay attention to. So again, following up, and I'll keep you guys updated as far as this goes. Former Goldman Sachs hedge fund chief says he's warming to XRP. He analyzed the potential of the third largest crypto, and what he said was interesting. He says, I'm warming up to it, to be honest. I have a basic understanding of it. I don't own it. He says, I don't own Ripple, XRP. I'm not getting into that fight, but let's assume it has a 10% chance of becoming something a lot bigger. The whole market is giving it a 0.5% chance. That's misalignment and risk reward. That's a huge opportunity. That's what we do in financial markets. We have to remain open. The bottom line with XRP is retail, new money's coming into this market. They like the idea of XRP. It makes sense. It makes sense. Banks need this idea. Banks need this idea, right? So don't get stuck on, like, let me spend 5 hours trying to decipher whether this is the next big thing. Just understand that the most important part here is how will new money perceive this? They will buy this because it makes sense to them. It's easy to understand these ideas. You go back and you start trying to explain these ideas, and it's a little bit more difficult. Technical analysis and whatnot. So remember, new money buys into the ideas that they can understand across the board. All these cryptos, whether it's YouTubers getting paid to pump these cryptos, whether it's cryptos like XRP that just make sense. People understand that it's needed, that it could be a huge thing, right? And so just understand this market's about perception, hype. If enough people think it's going to go up in price, this is a speculative market. It's going to go up in price, period. On-chain analyst estimates around 1.7% of the world owns Bitcoin. That's huge. That's a lot of people. But more so, there's a lot of people that don't own it. There's a lot of growth potential here. Don't for a second doubt Bitcoin mass adoption. 1 million down and 1 billion to go. How does DeFi reach mass adoption? The most important part here is I want to just cover DeFi is going to be very hot this bull run. This weekend's been crazy. Like these tiny little DeFi coins on Binance have been just popping. 29%, 26, 25, 20, 15, 13, 30. Rest of the market's not really moving. Large caps aren't really moving. But these DeFi coins, like they have no market caps listed over here. They're tiny, low volumes, right? And so, again, you can make a ton of money in these coins. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.